What's up, guys? AEW here in World Order. Well, this is something different. This is not Marvel or DC or anything else. This is a video game stream, which I really talk about. And if you know me, I do like playing video games. I really do like playing video games. And what got me into doing this topic today was there's really nothing DC and Marvel. I mean, there's DC related, but I don't want to talk about it. It's a controversial issue. It's not important. There's still Marvel stuff, but I kind of talked about in my past streams. So I decided to do a video game stream. And yeah, my topic is Nintendo going to win? Is Nintendo going to be leading the console wars between Sony and Microsoft? And before we get into that, I want you to just like, share, subscribe, comment below. Comment below once the stream is done. Your thoughts about this idea, about this happening, because to me it looks like it is. It looks like it is that Nintendo is based from Nintendo is ahead, and Microsoft, as you know, Phil Spector, Thursday, I believe it was Thursday, they announced that Redfall and Starfield are being delayed to the first half of 2023, and that's a big blow because a lot of people are really looking forward to this in 2022. And it was going to be a day one Game Pass game because it's Bethesda, the same company that does Fallout and Elder Scrolls. So and you know Microsoft owns that company, and they're going to make it a day one pass on Game Pass once it comes out. And now hearing it is being moved to the first half of 2023, it was a big blow. That Redfall. Now Sony, I don't know what's up with Sony right now. The next big games, God of War Ragnarok is still rumored to be out 2022, but no date. And as we continue on, I'm gonna invite some people on. Let me get my fucking headset on. I shouldn't swear. I don't know why I swore. But let me get my headset. Oh, come on. So we could talk about this. I'm just checking something. Okay. Looks good to me. Okay. Yeah. I also do have a list of the upcoming Nintendo games for 2022. And and we're gonna talk about it. So last game I bought was Lego Star Wars for the Sony PlayStation 5. It's a really fun game. I'm sorry, I'm just reading this. Sorry, I was just watching something on Twitter. As you know, okay. I have all three consoles: Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, and a Switch. I got a bunch of games for the Switch. I got about, I don't know, 10 games in boxes. Both Pokemon games. Ek, Pokemon. I got Pokemon Arceus, Super Mario 3D All Stars, Super Mario 3D Remake, Pokemon Snap, Mario Golf, Zelda the Remake, Kirby, and others. PlayStation 5, I don't have any disc because mine's just digital. But I got games on like Guardians, W2K, Lego Stars, and my Xbox Series X. While I could put disc, I don't have any discs for Xbox Series X. But I don't have a lot of games on there because it's the one console I play less of any of the other two I have. And I know Game Pass is a bunch of games. I know I should be playing, but I just think I really got the Xbox for the Game Pass, really for Game Pass and the Xbox 360, the Xbox games. That's why the Microsoft games. That's why I have the Switch for the Nintendo games and the PlayStation for the Sony games. Now, sports games rise, right? If I'm into sport games, I prefer to go with Sony, PlayStation. Unless I can't. And if I can't get this, I'll get an Xbox Series X. Oh, good lord. Let me fix my hat. I'm waiting for people to come on so I can do the 30. So I can do the. Let me fix my hat. Be right back. Let's see. A little better. There we go. There we go. That's better. But I feel like there. Right now, there's no games I plan to buy like for a while. I mean, Gotham Knights I'm buying, but Madden, I don't know when that comes out. August, I might buy Madden this year. I gotta know what it's like. I hope to God they. I hope to God they did something with that game. What other games? Oh, I'm not planning to buy Sniper. Okay, I'm gonna bring up the 30 games for Nintendo. The 30 games for Nintendo. Okay, scheduled to come out this year. Now, some official dates and some don't. So potentially they could be moved back, right? So let's take a look. $30 upcoming games for Nintendo Switch. 30. Okay, let's take a look. Pac-Man Museum. I know there's people going to buy that. Oh, it comes out very soon. Okay. Pac-Man. Is there a way to make this bigger? Some people are definitely gonna buy this for sure. It comes out in 27th, so end of the month. You got Mural Strikers, which I might buy. This comes out the 10th of June, so the same day as Jurassic Park Dominion comes out. Yes, if you're a Jurassic Park fan, that's when the final movie, Jurassic Park Dominion, comes out. Is the 10th. Same day as Mural Strikers. I might buy this. It's cheaper, right? It's like $50. Oh, it's cheaper than the $80 price tag. Sonic Origins, 23rd June. This is possibly I might buy, but I don't know if I'll buy for Switch. I might buy for Sony for that, possibly on PlayStation 5. There's people are gonna buy this. The 24th of June, Fire Emblem. I know people are gonna buy it. I know he's not on right now, but I invited him. But my friend Blind Braille, he's been on my streams before a lot. I think he'll definitely buy this game. He's definitely a huge Fire Emblem fan, so I think he'll buy this game. I know some people buy this, but I'm not going to buy Aliconium Files. I'm not into that games. Life is Strange Remaster. Some people buy that for sure. Card Shark. What is this? Nah. Sports Story. Probably not. I'm not going to buy that. Elder Wilds, maybe. Fall Guys. Yeah, I know people are into that. Auction Free. I see. I'm not into this. Oh, here's one game. I'm definitely interested. This has no release date, right? This game I might buy. Ninja Turtles. I just kind of. I'm just typing stuff. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm sorry for that, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't want to do that. I just had to type something. Yeah, I gotta watch this. Okay. Okay. So yeah, here's another list. Canopa, Live a Life. Here's a big game. July, end of July. Xenoblade Chronicles 3. No Man's Sky. Muriel Rapid Sparks of Hope. Yeah, don't know the date, but 2022. Splatoon, 9th of September. Metal Solid Tactics. Yeah, this is. Okay, Blind Braille. Yeah, I got you. Teaser minutes. Oh, yeah, this is the Cowabunga collection. Okay, yeah. Sonic Frontiers. Lord of the Rings Golem. Yeah, I'm not buying this game. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, but I'm not interested in playing as Golem. Violet and Switch. Oh, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, I'm definitely interested. I'll probably buy this. Advance Wars. Bayonetta 3, of course. Hollow Knight. Metro Prime 4. Legends of. Well, that's next year. Let's go back to this one. Let's go back to the first list. Dude, you put everything? Yeah. Where's it gonna go? Where's it gonna go? The problem, I know. Okay. The pandemic has hurt a lot of production. That's true. The production of video games, but Nintendo, it seems like Nintendo has a shit together through the pandemic, and it seems like Sony and Microsoft doesn't. It seems like, well, with Bethesda, with Bethesda, right? Bethesda's always been bad with promises on their games. Yeah, Kirby Sports, Kirby and Pokemon, and they're gonna get Bayonetta 3 possibly. Xenoblade, Golem. No, I can't wait. I'm joking about Golem. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. If God of War does come out and is as good as the first one, none of Nintendo games are gonna win Game of the Year. God of War could probably win Game of the Year. If it is good or even better than the first one, it's gonna win Game of the Year. I miss. Oh yeah, next month is crazy. I can't think of any big game for Sony next month, for this month and next month, or Microsoft. Like a sniper league. Oh, they got a vampire game. I don't know. Nobody's talking about the vampire game, Masquerade, whatever it's called. Upcoming. I'm looking for the okay. Anu the query. Oh, how's How's the Evil Dead game doing? I heard it came out yesterday, right? How's it doing? Is it getting positive reviews? 2 Point Campus. I don't know. Saints Row. Okay. That's in August, though. Saints Row's in August. That's a pretty big title. Force, Forspoken. Gotham Knights. Yeah, I know a lot of people are not happy with Gotham Knights, seeing what it looks like. Stray? What, Stray? Really? Cat. Star Trek Resurgence. What is this? Yeah, but there's people who want to play as a cat. I mean, Marvel's Midnight Suns. That is rumored to come out this year. But I remember Marvel's Midnight Suns wasn't it supposed to come out in March? Wasn't the rumor supposed to come out in March? And the villain is Lilith. Yeah, I remember that. You play as the Hunter, the very first customized character in Marvel history. Oh, so you're playing as a new character. That's a brand new character for Marvel. And this Hunter guy is gonna end up in the MCU next year. Watch. Ghostbusters, Spirits Unleashed. Yeah. Goodbye, Volcano Hell. Lord of the Rings, Golem. Nope. I love Lord of the Rings. If you know me, I love Lord of the Rings. But I don't want to play as Golem. I don't want to play as Golem. A Plague Tale with Cream. God of War Ragnarok, of course. Tachia, Open Roads, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. Yeah, this game's gonna be moved. It's the Callisto Protocol. Hogwarts Legacy. Okay. Yeah. Hogwarts Legacy, from the gameplay, I saw the video a couple weeks ago that they streamed. It looked really, really good. I enjoyed it. What I saw. This might be the first Harry Potter game I ever buy. Hogwarts Legacy. It's a role-playing game. And, from what I saw in that video, I'm like, yeah, you know what? This game looks good. The gameplay. The spells, the movement, the combat system. It looks really good. Little Devil Inside, Forever Skies, Deep Space Remake, or Dead Space Remake, not Deep Space. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, that comes out next year. I'm going to be honest, I'm looking forward to Suicide Squad game more than the Gotham Knights game. I don't know. Marvel Spider-Man 2, that's next year. Pragmata, Alan Wake. Alan Wake is getting his own TV show. Marvel's Wolverine to be Yeah, whenever. Star Wars Old Republic remake. Yeah. Final Fantasy 16. Yeah. Final Fantasy 16. It's gonna come here. Final Fantasy 16 is not gonna come out this year. I already have a belief it's not gonna come out this year. It's gonna come out next year. I think it's gonna be fall or December next year. Square Enix always releases their Final Fantasy games in the fall winter time. Always. So yeah, I expect Final Fantasy 16 to be late 2023. Season. Indiana Jones. God, I hope Indiana Jones is good. Vampire and the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Ubisoft open world Star Wars game. Oh wait, Ubisoft's really making an open world Star Wars game? Well, that's gonna be interesting. Project 07, GoldenEye, Elder Scrolls 6, yeah. Yeah, Elder Scrolls 6 will be out like in 5 years. You could pile Dead Space remake. If we just saw that. Dragon Age 4. See, like, here's the thing. They announce games. But they don't have their top-notch games coming out for a while. Quantum Mirror. They got a good. The future looks bright. It's just long-term future looks bright. It's just short-term doesn't. And Microsoft, man. Starfield. Come on. That was the one game everybody was hyping up for with Starfield. Everybody was waiting for Starfield to come out on day one Game Pass in late 2022, and then that blow on Thursday that they're moving it to spring 2023 with Redfall. They say that like that's Bethesda for you, or Bethesda, whatever you want to call it. That's them for you, man. They can't. Okay.
What's up?
Hello.
Yeah, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
What's up?
Nothing too much. Just thought I would pop on for a little bit
Oh yeah.
and talk. Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying, like, I think Nintendo in the short term looks really good, but all the stuff I've seen from the PlayStation 5 that's been announced, keywords announced, looks bright.
Yeah, PlayStation this year, I don't know if they're gonna have something else because supposedly there's the Last of Us remake, but I don't know if they're gonna release this year or like next year when the show comes out. Because then that would be like the 10-year anniversary.
Do it during the show.
Mm-hmm.
Do it
because they still need to release factions too.
Yeah, do it during the show. 10 years, do it during the show. That's the reason
Yeah.
HBO's moved to 2023.
Yeah, because the 10-year anniversary. Yeah.
That's the only reason.
Because then otherwise, PlayStation, unless they have something else that we don't know.
I heard rumors
it's kind of dry.
I heard rumors of a Final Fantasy 16 actual trailer and gameplay this time.
Yeah, I think that's still years off.
I think if it's I'm saying fall winter 2023.
I could see that.
Yeah, because you know Square Enix always release their Final Fantasy games during that season anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I just remember this year PlayStation has Forspoken. I'm not sure if that was timed. I don't know. That game, I'd have to see reviews because I'm not that interested in it.
A new Mass Effect. Oh, Dragon
Yeah,
Age
Mass
4.
Effect 5.
If it's better than Andromeda.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, they're gonna bring back frick
Shepard? Shepard?
Shepard. Yeah,
I thought Shepard
Shepard.
died.
Nope, they're bringing him back
So he
or
survived.
bringing her back too.
Oh yeah, because the dual protagonist. That's why I was always like, for the show, if we're planning to do the show, how would they make the protagonist Shepard, like a male or female?
Yeah,
I probably, you know what I would do. Firstly, for the show, have both.
they both do.
Yeah. Elder Scrolls 6, yeah, but Elder Scrolls. That's the thing about that company, basically. They're never really,
That's Elder Scrolls 6 is so far away. Like I'm
yeah.
gonna guess probably at the earliest, maybe 2026 or
Oh,
2027.
what's gonna come out first? 6? GTA 6 or this?
I think GTA 6 is gonna come out first because that's like way, but like that's still years off. I think probably 2024.
Yeah. The only reason they
Yeah,
didn't make GTA 6 is because they're
I'm
Rockstar's, so it's because of the online.
yeah, I'm not even really excited for GTA 6 after like the whole drama that went down with the head of Rockstar.
Oh yeah, yeah. And the
Yeah,
thing about Stay that they're never like they're always like fishy on their terms of release. Oh, we plan for this,
yeah.
and then they always move stuff back, right? Like, and
Mhm.
this was gonna be the first. I mean, Halo Infinite was a huge game for the Game Pass, right? But this is the one game everybody was like waiting for to drop day one on Game Pass this year.
Mhm. Yeah,
Because
Starfield. Yeah,
yeah, and then people's hearts broke that day on Thursday when Phil Spector announced the delays of Redfall and Starfield too.
yeah. You saw I was upset, and I was upset because this is the thing that people don't realize is that like if you're a hardcore into Bethesda,
Yeah,
they've like when Fallout 4 came out, right? They were like Todd Howard was like, oh, we're not going to show you a game unless it's close to the release date. And so this is why everybody's like, why is there no gameplay? You guys should have expected that the game was going to get delayed. Well, the reason why they announced the date last year and no gameplay was because of that rule that Todd Howard set up. So it was like, okay, well, if it's coming out next year, then they're going to show us gameplay at next E3, right? They should have just
well,
done that at the beginning, like
next
just show it this year.
presentation
Yeah,
within because there is no
yeah,
E3.
hopefully.
Like E3 is done. It's officially done. Like
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like at
yeah,
their showcase, because
yeah,
like this was years ago, when E3 was around, right? 2015. That's like 7 years ago now. But like when Fallout 4 was coming out, they're like, "Hey, here's the gameplay, and it's coming out in November," and everybody got hyped, right? So
yeah. Usually with Microsoft, if they have a game they plan to release, they usually show the gameplay.
yeah, but I mean Bethesda. This is way before Bethesda was bought by Microsoft, right?
Yeah.
Because they did this with Fallout 77,
Oh,
right? They or
wasn't good.
76.
Wasn't a good game.
Yeah, but like when it first came out, like when it first was revealed, it was at E3 and people were excited and it was coming out in the fall.
So
And
so
so
they
it
have
was like,
so they have Starfield. They're talking about in Starfield. I know they announced Elder Scrolls. They announced Mass Effect.
yeah,
Man, because they did do Mass Effect, right? If I'm correct,
who?
Bethesda is Mass Effect, aren't they? Oh, that's
No, no,
Bioware.
no. That's BioWare. Yeah.
Bioware's
BioWare's doing,
EA. Is
yeah,
EA, isn't
that's
it?
EA. Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I didn't. I mean, I didn't think Andromeda was a terrible game, but to me, I felt
I
like
haven't played it.
Mass Effect is Shepard.
Yeah. I think they got a little too far removed from the
Yeah.
story because they're like, oh, well, we wrapped up three. And so I guess that's why they're going back. That's what they should have just done originally instead of introducing new characters.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They mentioned Shepard a little bit in Andromeda, but not much.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah, but yeah, like the thing is, I have all three consoles: the Series X, Switch, PlayStation 5. I play the Switch and the PS5 more than my Xbox. And my Xbox does have Game Pass, and you can pretty much play like all the top games from the past, especially the Microsoft games like
Mhm.
Fable, all the Halo games, Gears. But if I had to play a game that's on both consoles or on 3 consoles, I'll probably get it on the PS5.
Hmm.
'Cause I
I mean,
think it's
I don't have a Series X, I have a S,
yeah.
but like it just depends. Like before in the beginning of the year, I wasn't playing on my PS5 a lot because I was playing on my Series S and Switch.
Yes.
So, and it's kind of hard to like bounce between all of them. So like right now
I
I'm
know.
just
I know what you
on
mean.
PS5, right? Yeah. So it's like I don't know. Like I do like Xbox, and there are games that when I just go on Game Pass, I'll download and play, right? That I didn't get to play or whatever it may be. So
That's
I
the one
just
that's the one stigma about Xbox. Go ahead.
yeah.
Continue. The one
But I
stigma
just
about go ahead.
yeah. Go. Sorry.
I should say the one stigma about Xbox. I mean, the Game Pass is great. Gotta play those games, so the game library is great. But the
Hmm.
one stigma about Xbox is the lack of games compared to
Yeah.
PS5, right?
And they have this problem, and that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Was like, yeah, I like Game Pass, but I would also want the new games that are coming out because they
Yeah.
are compelling, right? Like, obviously Starfield. What else was there? Frick,
Oh, I think all the Bethesda games,
Hellblade.
all the Bethesda games are planned, or wherever when Elder Scrolls comes out, I think it's gonna be day one too.
Yeah,
Like
but like Hellblade 2, obviously there's
Hades was last
Everwild.
year, Halo
Yeah,
last year. Yeah, I think
but like in
Horizon
terms of
was
exclusives
yeah exclusives.
from Xbox.
I think exclusives are gonna all be day one passes on Xbox because like
Yeah,
Microsoft is not losing any money on it.
no, I mean at least not for them. They're like $1 billion,
Oh,
almost trillion
yeah,
dollar corporation.
they have more money than Sony and Nintendo. Like they can
Yeah.
afford it. That's why they're doing it. That's why they're doing day one game passes for these a games. These games
Hmm.
like they're expected to be the exclusive games. And yeah, see like with Nintendo tends to put out a lot of games. Nintendo makes a lot of games,
Yeah.
lot of games, right? But they always have one big game after another now. Like I think starting lately lately it's been 1 or 2 games a year for Nintendo usually, but now it's been more. Have you noticed that?
I felt like it's been consistent since the Switch though.
Yes, the Switch has changed it a bit. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, because I
Because we
noticed
had
that
a bunch of games that came out. Like yeah, last year, Metroid Dread came out. What else came out?
Metroid Dread early
Uh,
like Mario the 3D
yeah,
game,
they
Pokemon
ported that.
Snap, Mario Zelda the remake. Uh,
Yeah, yes, yeah. Skyward Sword. By the way, I like that game. I beat it on Switch again.
which one?
Skyward Sword.
Oh
Because I
yeah,
played on the Wii. I enjoyed it on the Wii, so I just bought it again when it came out.
yeah. Now Nintendo's doing it this year. I mean, Pokemon Arceus. I mean
Hmm.
Kirby.
And there's a lot. I mean, I'm not gonna say a lot more, but there are rumored games from Nintendo, right? Because their fall lineup, besides like Splatoon 3, is kind of dry.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna assume that there's a game that's coming out in October and November. Because usually it's like they don't. I mean, well, I think last year they just had Pokemon for November, but sometimes they release 2 games in November.
No, they didn't release Pokemon in November. Oh no, Diamond, the
Yeah,
remakes. The
the
remakes.
Diamond, the remakes, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
they had Pokemon. I mean, sorry, they had Mario Party in
yeah, in
October.
October, yeah.
Yeah,
So
with Metroid Dread. So
it's it's either Bayonetta 3 or the
mhm,
Scarlet in was it Violet? Usually
yeah. Well, there's something else. There's either because Zelda is a yearly game now. I'm not sure if people realize, but they've been releasing a Zelda game every year since 2017.
yes they have. Yes they have, I noticed that. With
So
remakes and stuff involved in the
possibly a port of a game, or maybe I hope like Oracle of Ages or something. That would
oh,
be really cool.
from the Game Boy Advance games.
Yeah, and I hope it's better because like I liked Link's Awakening, but the frame rate and the performance was really bad.
Hmm.
And I thought like it was kind of easy, like a little too easy for a Zelda game.
Yes.
So
It
I
was
hope they
easy.
kind of improve it. Yeah,
Like the Game Boy version was harder.
yeah, it was.
Yes. Yeah, like I can't wait for Breath of the Wild 2. Like I think that's like
Yeah, same.
was there a link what I'm not sure. Was there a Link Awakenings 2?
I don't think so. It was just Oracle of didn't it Oracle of Ages and Seasons?
Okay, yeah.
Wasn't that the sequel? And then did no. What company?
Majora's
No.
Mask is a sequel to Ocarina of Time. You know that.
Well, I mean, like for the 2D Zelda games, because I know
Yeah.
there's Minish Cap,
Yeah.
and I think that's it for the Game Boy
I think Breath of the
games.
Wild 2 is the first one to have be like Breath of the Wild 2. You know, like like the first Zelda
Yeah.
game to have the same title, which is
Well, I
adapted.
think it's going to be a different title.
You
I
think
think that's
so?
just a place. Yeah, because they
Oh
haven't.
yeah.
They just said Untitled Breath of the Wild 2.
Okay.
Yeah,
So maybe it'll be like Breath of the Wild something something. I don't know. I
yeah.
mean,
It's something related to Skyward Sword.
oh, that'd be
It's what I've
awesome.
heard. Yeah,
Yeah, I really
that
like.
game is going to be amazing. So
So you're interested in Midnight Sun? I heard they have a customizable character, like a new character just designed for this game, as I read.
yes, yeah, I'm excited. A lot of people are slandering this game because it's a tactical RPG, but like the fact that because the way that the developers described it, they were like, "Oh, it's like Fire Emblem." And if you played a Fire Emblem game, that game has a lot of story and a lot of character stuff and
Oh,
interacting with the characters. So it's like, oh, if they're doing that with a Marvel IP, that will be amazing. They just need to have like lots of characters in
I heard Kevin Feige about this ready to play the game and it's ready getting he's very sad to Disney. He's like, yeah, get the customizable character in MCU.
it. Oh man,
Can you
that'd be
imagine?
hilarious.
Like in the next a movie next year, we see that character in an MCU movie, and everybody like on MCU
Oh
is like, "Who
man,
the hell is this?"
jeez, I could
before
totally
before
see that.
before Hercules, Ghost Rider, like other characters that haven't been introduced in the MCU.
Oh man.
I would laugh hard. I would laugh hard if that happens.
I mean, if you're a Marvel fan, I feel like maybe if you don't like strategic RPGs, but like just the prospect of like an RPG Marvel game, that's not something they've made before. And it just sounds really
No,
cool. So,
they made role playing games, but not this style. Like,
no.
I mean,
Yeah.
I love the role playing game Marvel's Heroes for that came out for a couple years ago, but it's that game they ended. It was such a
Hmm.
good game. It was. Did you play it?
No, I didn't play it. No.
It was a good game, but like I don't know, they ended it. They ended 2017, 2018, but it was a very fun game. Always. Well, the thing
Yeah, it
is,
was
I don't
something
think.
with the company, right? Marvel
Yeah.
Heroes. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think. Was it Captain Marvel or was it Miss Marvel in that game?
I think Captain Marvel was in that game.
Okay, whatever. Carol Danvers, whatever. I always use her because she's damn OP in that game.
Mm.
Like, if you play any games with her, yeah, Scarlet Witch may be the most overpowered character in the MCU. But if you play any games with her, the Marvel games, she's very OP. Carol Danvers.
Mm.
Like,
She's going to be in Midnight Suns.
yeah, and it's. I think the roster is Wolverine, Ghost Rider, Doctor Strange,
Hmm.
her Tony
So
Stark.
far, at least.
Yeah,
Because my theory is that they're going to recruit because there's like something in the trailer where it talks about like recruiting people. So I think they're going to have like a bunch of different teams like Avengers and Fantastic Four and obviously the normal Midnight Suns.
yeah.
Because I don't think maybe he was in the trailer and I forgot, but is Doctor Strange in the
I
trailer?
think
Because
Doctor
he's
Strange
not.
wasn't. I think it was.
Okay. Because I would be, yeah, because like that would be a character you would probably want in the game, right? And I assume Moon Knight's probably going to be in the game as well. Like I really think they're going to have because like in Fire Emblem you have like a lot of characters, right? You can recruit people, like especially in Three Houses, you can recruit people from other houses,
Oh
and
yeah.
then they can assist you in battle and stuff. So I'm going to assume
Yeah.
that's what they are talking about when they say,
You
"Oh,
know
it's like
what?
Fire Emblem."
I said I wasn't. I said a couple times I wasn't going to get the game, but you know what?
Mm.
I've been thinking about it, like possibly I might get the game because it's a Marvel game, and I'll give it a chance. And
Yeah, I
and
say give it a chance.
and then I so you're playing if this is the case, you're a huge Fire Emblem fan. I know. Are you getting
Yes.
the spin-off game that comes out a couple months?
Yeah, yeah. You know what? I am gonna. It comes out next month, at the end of next month.
Okay, next month. Yeah,
I'm
end of next month.
I when I first got revealed, I was very upset because I wanted a traditional Fire Emblem game.
Hmm.
But this something about this game is actually a little bit different compared to the other Warrior Nintendo games that we've gotten, where it seems to
Mhm.
be like an alternate timeline with different perspectives that you can play as. It's very weird. It's basically you're replaying three houses, but the story goes completely different in a different
Yeah.
direction. And you have the protagonist from three houses, and then you have a new protagonist. And it seems like you can either be a villain or a hero. So when all of that stuff was coming out, I was like, oh, this is actually different compared to the other Warrior games, which is just like some slasher shit, right? So I'm probably gonna buy it, to be honest, just because I'm a Fire Emblem fan.
I want to get your opinion on it. Not video game related, but on this Wanda related this thing. I know you've seen on Twitter that some people are defending Wanda's actions, like she's not really a villain, and I like and right, you've seen that before, right, on
Mhm.
Twitter, and I'm like,
Yeah, I've seen it.
she is a villain. She's a villain still. Doesn't matter just because she's murdered a lot of people, she's caused a lot of problems. She's still a villain. And I
Yeah.
posted on Twitter like before during the stream, like Mr. Freeze does what he does to save his wife. He kills a lot of people. He's labeled a villain, but when it comes to Wanda, when she does the exact same thing in terms of love, she's not
Mhm.
labeled a villain. She's still a villain. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think that's probably just because
Because Wanda
what
stands.
Marvel, yeah, that too. But like, Marvel hasn't really
I
given
know. I
much
know.
sympathetic characters, and when they do, it's kind of very hollow, like Thanos.
Like Thanos. Oh, maybe Thanos is not a villain either.
Yeah, you see people saying that, and it's like his motivations are pretty lackluster. Like
Yeah.
he's definitely a villain.
Maybe
But
Killmonger's not a villain. You can see where he's coming from.
I don't know. I think he's still a villain. He
I do
basically
too.
wanted to create a fucking race war.
I
That's
mean,
what he wanted to do.
like the villain, you don't have to be pure evil like Darkseid. Like Darkseid, like you don't have to be like that, right? Or
Yeah.
the
No.
Joker, but you can have villains can have a shade of gray to them. They can have some good
Mhm.
qualities. They can have like people like that's what I like about Marvel. What they do to some of their villains now, they make the villains have shades of gray. Loki, Killmonger, Thanos, Wanda. I mean, that's what I like about they're starting to do that now with their villains.
Mhm. Well, they
Like,
should do it more because that's
Batman
what it was in the
Batman's doing
comics.
that. Batman's doing that too.
Yeah.
Like Batman has that too. Like there's nothing wrong with that. I don't want a pure evil villain.
No, it's boring.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
exactly.
boring. Yeah.
I want a flawed villain. I'm fine with a flawed villain, but like I don't like that's what I don't want like Darkseid works for whatever he is in, but I don't like Darkseid for that kind of character. Like, like that he's a
Mhm.
pure evil, like he's a dick. I don't like that. But yeah, let's get back to the video games. I mean, it's the Wanda
No, it's
stands
okay.
mostly. It's the Wanda stands mostly. Like I say that. Like I like
Hey,
Wanda.
I
I
mean,
like
I think it's interesting that she's become such a popular character because I mean, she was a popular character in the comics. Like I like Scarlet Witch, and I do think her performance in the movies are pretty good. So like,
yeah,
probably I would
but
say
I
one
think
of my favorite characters.
I think Elizabeth Olsen in this film, in this movie, played like I think she was the best of the whole movie.
Yeah.
Portraying wise, acting wise. I think and I know she said in an interview that she couldn't get any other roles because of this to come in with the MCU. I think this is
Mhm.
the one movie. If she does come back, I think this is the one movie that would be like, yeah, we want to hire cast her now. Gosh, it's
I
true. She hasn't done a lot of stuff out of the MCU
she was in some interesting stuff, but I think yeah, the MCU's
before.
kind of hold her back.
Yeah,
She was in
before.
that one movie with Jeremy Renner
Yeah,
when I think
yeah,
it was Wind River or something like that. I might be
yeah.
wrong.
It's true. You're true. Yes, you're right. She was a cop or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
I look at her filmography since the MCU. She's been like one or two movies that are not MCU related. And before she got the role of Wanda, she was in a lot of movies.
Mhm.
And now I know she's done an what's an HBO series. She's done an HBO series. I think it's a streaming series where she's a murderer now, right?
Okay.
She plays like a murderer. Yeah, I'm leaning towards this way too. I mean, I
Yeah,
mean,
they are.
Elden Ring might be the game that is probably right now. I know you say Kirby, but Elden Ring might be the front runner for game of the year.
No, I'm just like in terms of Nintendo versus Sony versus Microsoft. Yeah, Nintendo wins.
Yeah, unless God of War comes out.
Yeah, I know a lot of people hate on Nintendo because they don't own a Switch, but it's like this year has probably been the best since what 2017. Like in terms of like hit like one after the other. It's
Yeah,
like, and like I said, there's something else, right? Like they're gonna obviously show what that game is or games coming out in October. So
yeah.
whether it's because there's a rumor about just the Metro Prime remake, and I don't know if that's gonna happen sooner or later
I heard they're
because
making
it's
Metro.
pretty
They're
much
doing
done.
four. They're doing four, right? They're doing Metro four.
Yeah, they're doing four, but they also have they're trying to like get people because there's probably a lot of people who haven't played Metroid Prime, so they're trying to get some people to play the first one, but they only remade the first one. Like you can look it up and find it. There's a lot of like consistent rumors about it, and I totally believe that it's happening just because there's some credible leakers talking about it. So,
Yeah.
and it's the remake's supposed to be done by Retro, so
Out of
that's
curiosity,
going to be interesting.
are you really interested? Are you interested in the open world Star Wars game? Like it's pretty new.
That one by Ubisoft, no, I don't. A lot of, I mean, I don't talk about this much, but I don't buy Ubisoft games. I
It's
don't
gonna be
like
like it's
Ubisoft.
gonna be like Assassin's Creed.
I'm going to assume that it's going to be like Watch Dogs, Assassin's Creed, like the
Yeah.
basic Ubisoft template of an open world game. So I'm not interested. I'm way more interested in. I mean, there's that ragtag Star Wars game that got revived, right? So basically Uncharted Star Wars, and then I think there's another. Maybe it was just that open world. Oh, this was the rumor. So I think recently, again, this is a rumor, just to like put that out there. But recently, I think Bethesda came out and said that they're working with Disney, right? And so this is interesting because
Oh, Disney.
recently,
Disney does have a game coming out. It's like kind of like Animal Crossing.
oh, it did for Disney, yeah, but like
Yeah.
Bethesda is going to be developing Disney IP games with
Nice.
Microsoft, and so one of the rumors is that ZenoMax, that makes the Elder Scrolls Online game, they're actually making a Mandalorian game.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I don't know, and the rumor is it's going to get revealed at the next event. So I don't know if that's
Yeah.
going to happen, but
I think I think
and Phil
Nintendo.
Spencer's been teasing it too.
I think
That's another thing too
I think
about it.
Nintendo and Microsoft have announced that they're doing showcases next month. I think you're right that Sony is the only one that's not.
Well, now it's funny. I said that they're not, and then there's a rumor now. I don't know about these
Did
fucking rumors though.
was it Sony? Did Sony not do one last year?
Yeah, they didn't do they for some reason they waited until
Yeah.
September, and
It's
then
like
they had dropped like all those huge announcements. So
yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
like yeah. Yeah, I remember like watching online. Last year was really last year was actually like the online E3, like
Yes,
basically.
it was.
It was
Last year wasn't too bad.
it wasn't too
I think it
bad,
wasn't that bad. No.
but there were some presentations were not good, and there were some that were very
Yeah.
good. It wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. It was in the middle. I'll say that.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they showed Guardians last year, and
Yeah.
that wasn't rumored for so long, so it was cool that they showed it off. And I mean, the game was amazing. And what else? I mean, Metroid Dread. Like I thought last year when they showed Metroid Dread, that was like insane. That was like the highlight for me last year. And that game's amazing. People like fucking hate on it. It's like no, the boss fight in that ending was absolutely insane. It gives you cramps, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's also other games like I know there's
Oh,
like
the did you see the Silent Hill game got leaked?
no. No,
Yes,
really.
yeah, and they got Konami so stupid they DMC striked it, and
Oh
so it's
really?
like yeah, and their name is on it, so it's like well, I guess that confirms that this is Silent Hill. It's like why else would they strike it?
Yeah, I hope it too, because I was really looking forward to this game when it got
Yes,
announced.
I got it pre-ordered, so
Oh yeah, it's not as expensive as a typical Nintendo Switch game. It's
I
like
thought
10
it was
20.
full price.
Was it full price? Really?
Yeah, sports was not full price.
Let me check.
Yeah,
Oh my
it
god.
should be. It's probably like $7.99.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's the thing. The thing about Nintendo games, their top games are still full price after 2 or 3 years.
Yeah,
It's like
and then PlayStation does like a sale on games like
yeah, after like 3 or
$4 months.
4. Yeah,
Yeah,
3 or 4 months. Yeah.
that's why I wait now. I'm like, I don't. The thing is, I want to play Horizon 2, even though I don't like the first one. So, but I'm like, just wait for a sale.
Yeah.
They already put Ghost Tokyo Wire on sale. It was like 50
Really?
bucks.
It came
Yeah,
out like a month ago.
yeah, I know. It's freaking insane. But that game's good apparently. It's probably better than Deathloop. I'm playing Deathloop right now,
Usually
and
you
I hate that game.
usually that's not the case. If a game goes on sale like a month after, usually the game is not very good.
No, I think they're trying to get sales. The
Hey,
game is really
RJ,
good.
Hey, what's up, guys?
what's
Oh, what's
up?
up?
Nothing much. Just been cleaning and stuff. I saw you guys talking about Nintendo, and I have to kind of agree with the assessment. I do think Nintendo's probably gonna 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, it's just because PS5 and Xbox kind of set out this year. To be honest, unless they announce something like in June, there's really nothing really. I mean, there's Forspoken for PS5, which
Yeah,
kind of
we
mixed.
talked about that.
That's going to be a hit, and then God of War. I don't think is coming out this year. I'd be shocked if it did.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I wouldn't be
God of
surprised either.
War, since it's like an early 2023 game.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, Gotham Knights. I mean, that's really the only big game we know about still, but that's on everything. So
And Gotham Knights is getting a lot of hate for some
I feel like it's
stupid stuff.
unjustified hate.
Yeah, for stupid stuff.
well, people
Like
don't
the floaty
look
stuff.
and some of the gear system. I mean, there's valid concerns. I think it's a little overblown now.
Well,
I think some of them aren't. Like there's like dudes complaining about how Nightwing and Jason Todd looks like.
oh, and
I
now
mean,
we
this
get
was
the
this,
rider.
and you know what's funny? They did this exact same thing last year with Guardians,
They
and then
did.
they wondered why Guardians bombed. Yeah.
Well, Guardians was a great game. People were just that the difference though was that Guardians was coming off the heels of Avengers, and people didn't like that
Hmm.
game, right?
That's too.
They're
Yeah.
the exact same thing. Like, oh my god, the character designs, like it looks weird. Why does Star-Lord look like that? Then you play the game, it's like, oh, it's actually good.
It's 1,000 times better
Yeah.
than Avengers.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's like,
And I got way too addicted to Avengers.
oh,
I mean, it's on Game Pass. I probably should play it again, but Xbox doesn't get Spider-Man, so it's like, why bother?
Yeah.
oh
I
yeah.
played it on Xbox too. Yeah. But Spider-Man's not, from what I heard, he's not even a good player
He's
character
not.
to main as. Yeah.
Sadly.
I don't
The
care
thing
about
I was going to mention, I mean, think about what they've had this year. I mean, I'll bring this up real quick because, you know, Nintendo. What does Nintendo have? They have Splatoon 2 coming in September. They have,
Mhm.
well, I got this. Raya sent this to me, right? So
Yeah.
I finally played this. This came out in January, right?
Yeah, it's a good game. I beat
And
it.
they might release Scarlet and Violet. Like,
They're releasing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet
Yeah.
in November. That's going to be huge. They have supposedly maybe Bayonetta 3 that might
Maybe,
come
yeah.
out this year. That does come out this year. That'd be huge. There's also, like I said, Splatoon 3 should be big in September. They got Xenoblade Chronicles 3, which moved up to
Yes.
July, and
Mhm.
that's going to be a big game. They just have more stuff coming out in the second half of the year. I mean, they kind of start off a little slow, but they had Kirby, which I need to get Kirby. Kirby's the next
Oh,
game.
Yeah, Kirby's a great game.
Yeah, I second
You
that.
should buy that. Yeah.
It's fun.
It'll probably be the game I get for my birthday.
Yeah, that game is really good, especially the Meta Knight fight. There's a couple other
Yeah.
bosses at the ending. They're pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you one game I'm not gonna get. I'm not gonna get Golem. I'm sorry.
That game, when they show it off, it just looks like complete trash.
I love Lord of the Rings, but I don't want to play as Golem.
I don't know what they were thinking with that one.
Well, it's a stealth game, so I mean, I'm
Yeah,
fine with
like
something different. But no, I mean, like I said, Nintendo's just kind of a really solid year. I mean, I'm hoping they have a direct the next month because Xbox is having a showcase in June. It's kind of like they're basically their E3, but it's not really E3. It's their Bethesda and Xbox showcase. They got to show something, but like, what do you show? Because you just pushed all your.
They have a lot to show. That's the thing. They have Avowed. They have Hellblade 2.
Show, but
There's a bunch of games.
So it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
so cool stuff, but like it's not really gonna matter because it's stuff we have to look forward to for another year. Like what's coming out this year to get excited about, and really there's nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still from them. Like, it's not on the level of Starfield, but like Stalker 2 is still coming out. What else is there? I still want to play Scorn. Like that game just keeps getting delayed, and it's like it's been in development since 2016 and it looks freaking amazing. Somerville, and I think there was another game. I mean, a lot of these games are more sort of indie or art kind of house games, but it's like
Yeah.
Xbox is promoting it and it does look good, so want to check it out, and it's coming to Game Pass, so it's like a win-win.
Like I said, there's exciting stuff coming. It's just not this year. And PlayStation, like I said, hopefully their God of War comes out this year. I don't think it will, but even then,
Yeah.
they spoke and they got at least something coming out. I mean, it's not.
I think what they will show off if it does come out is Factions 2.
Yeah, like
Probably-
Sony just
probably gonna announce a Last of Us remake pretty soon, and then with Factions
Yeah.
too. So that could be a game that comes out this year that no one was expecting. Maybe if they want to. Although you could release that Last of Us remake whenever. So
Sony
Yeah, I
has to
think
release
we were saying, me and Aaron were saying that they should probably just release it closer to the show.
that's probably what I would guess.
Yeah.
Just a matter of when the show comes out too that they got to think about. But it's interesting time ahead because again, Nintendo just has so much stuff coming out. I mean, I'm excited for Mario Strikers because I've never played any of those games before, but I've heard nothing but good things. My only concern is it seems that there's a lack of content at launch because all the Mario sports games they update with free DLC and they don't really release content at launch. So I would hate for there to be a lack of modes, features, and characters that have to wait until the end of the year for it to be good. I think the online play is going to be a big deal because they're touting that as like the main highlight of the game, and they're saying it's like going to be really good netcode. So they're using whatever Monster Hunter Rise did with its netcode, which I heard nothing but good things about. So it's just a matter of content, I think, and I mean, like I said, it's been such a hotly anticipated game, a new Mario Strikers, that I would hate for it to be disappointing anyway. But
I don't think it's going to be disappointing. I think it's Next Level Games, which did Luigi's Mansion 3, which is probably the best game on Switch, like arguably.
Yeah, so I think it's more so the not that the game won't be fun, it's about the lack of content.
Yeah, I mean that's been like consistent. I feel like Mario, even the new Mario Party has like a lack of content. Switch Sports has a lack of content, and so like I'm not like I feel like it's a criticism and I get it, but Nintendo's really not listening because they've been doing this since like what 2018. So
they started these Switch Mario sports games. All of them have had some sort of lack of content where it's like the gameplay is good, but it feels like there's not enough meat on the bone, right?
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's not that bad because I do play most of these games with my friends. Like, so I do think they should add more content.
That's the other thing too. You gotta make sure you're catering to the solo experience too. That's the other problem. Xenoblade 3, I'm kind of shocked that's coming out as soon as it is, but I mean it is Monolith Soft and they work pretty fast. I mean I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I have to actually finish the first two Xenoblade. So Xenoblade 1 I liked more than Xenoblade 2. Xenoblade 2, like I was my first Xenoblade game and I couldn't get through it. Like the first 5 to 10 hours, I'm like, this is just not
the first one is the best one. Ever since then it's fallen off. Like it's the reason why they haven't ported X. X was complete trash. Oh my god. I can't believe they made that game.
I don't know. People really seem to like X though. People really are demanding support. I mean, I say why not? Just do it. It's more content.
The only game that I bet they would port it, but it's kind of like what was that? They did this like Persona crossover with Fire Emblem.
Oh,
and they brought it to the Switch.
They already did.
Yeah, they brought it to the Switch, but it kind of like died off.
Well, it's a niche.
It's kind of sad.
It's a niche thing. I mean, if Bayonetta 3 comes out this year, though, that's going to be huge. Like, that's going to be, like, a massive, massive game. And that could be their fall game if they wanted to. Like, that could be, like, their, like, outside of Pokemon, like, that could be, like, their huge, huge fall game. I hope it finally comes out this year because they finally revealed it, and actually showed it off.
Yeah. You know what? If PlayStation Sony does need a showcase, if they're planning to release their version of Game Pass, they definitely need to have, like,
it's not going to Game Pass though. Everyone's talking about that. It's not going to be what people think it's going to be.
Well, it's not going to be Game Pass in the sense of it being like you're going to get games day one, but they did pretty much brag that they have like 400 games at launch, which is way bigger than Game Pass. So I don't know what they're planning or how they're going to frame it, but
yeah, I mean, isn't it set to launch in next month?
They said June. They said June.
Yeah, so they got to reveal it soon. Maybe they'll do like a state of play showcasing what it is.
Yeah, they're probably going to do that. They probably might have that big event or whatever and announce it.
You have to like play online. Like I hope there's like a download option so we could play them offline or something. Because that would be, if it's like online only, that would be a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to be online only because you can download it. It's going to work kind of similar to regular PlayStation Plus, but you would technically need to sign up online first, right? So it's not really DRM, but it kind of is at the same time.
It's a 3-tier system. The first tier is pretty much what you have now.
Yeah, but you get the first tier system is what you get now, and then the second one is the library, and then the third one is with the classic games.
Yeah,
wow.
Just the PlayStation 1 and 2 games, and I think PSP.
No, it's just PlayStation 1, 2, and then 3 is all cloud.
That's a shame. They should do PS3 on the cloud or PS3 downloads. They should.
Yeah, I don't think they can though.
Well, I know with the cell technology, the cell processor. I don't know.
Yeah.
Xbox, I think isn't like. I'll be honest, guys. I've been playing more of my Xbox than I have my PlayStation 5. Just for full transparency, I've been playing more Xbox games. Like I've been playing like Star Wars on there. I've been playing Game Pass stuff on there. I'm not playing my PS5 as much lately, like because there's really nothing I'm like itching to play. I mean, I could play Deathloop if I wanted to, but like, and there's some games I got to finish, but like, I don't know, man. Something's like calling my attention right now. I mean, I got to finish Elden Ring 2, which is a great game. I got that on PS5, but I don't know. Something really. I'm more excited this year for what Nintendo's offering. Because like there's like I'm really excited for Splatoon 3. I think Splatoon's like a great franchise, and I'm really looking forward to that. And obviously the Xenoblade stuff, I gotta get caught up in that. And then you got Pokemon. I mean, Scarlet and Violet will hopefully be good. Hopefully.
Easy are.
That might be hit or miss. How much? Not sure about that game yet.
Yeah, I know. Well, what Scarlet and Violet?
Yeah, just because of Sword and Shield, that was not a good game at
all.
all.
Sword and Shield was bad.
Yeah, I mean, Legends was a different team, and that was like surprisingly good. That was probably like the best Pokemon game since what I would say probably Black and White 2.
To me,
that's like a decade ago.
Or what the team has wanted Pokemon Sword and Shield to be, but they rushed Sword and Shield.
That's what I think would happen.
I think it's going to be the game people were looking for Sword and Shield to be. Hopefully.
They took so much out of that game that advanced all the other Pokemon games on like the Game Boy Advance, the DS and stuff. They took so much out of that game that made Pokemon better and better. So much. Like
Pokemon's kind of been like people like will always love Pokemon, but it has fallen since like the DS days. It's kind of sad.
Kind of peaked at Black and White, and ever since then it really hasn't,
Black and White 2 is still like amazing, like compared to the first one. The Black and White one has like a really great story, probably the best story in Pokemon, but the way that they changed up everything in Black and White 2 was like really cool. So
yeah. So just refreshing my memory, so what's come out for Nintendo this year? They had Pokemon Legends Arceus, they had Kirby and the Forgotten Land. What else?
Switch Sports.
And
then obviously Mario Strikers. I'm gonna probably buy 3 Houses or 3 Hope. Yeah, 3 Hopes.
3 Hope, yeah, the new Fire Warriors game. Yeah, that's gonna be big because it's. Well, I like it because unlike the first Fire Emblem Warriors, it's actually just telling you like its own story with the 3 houses characters. So that should probably be big.
Well, it's actually really weird because it's the same story as 3 Houses, but it's like an alternative timeline. And so it's like really out there. It's probably the most different out of all these warrior games.
During the time skip though, in the time jump in 3 Houses.
No. It's like you start the game with like you have to pick. It's exactly like the beginning of 3 Houses, but you have a different protagonist, and so you could like pick between the two, and then like the two are supposed to be
Well,
you
the
can either
villain
play as a hero or a villain.
Violet, which is confusing to me because I don't know. It's going to be an interesting game. I mean, I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
playing. I just don't know how it fits into the story of Three Houses at all.
If you watch some trailers, you'll get that
Yeah,
sense.
I've not been paying attention to the marketing of the game. I'm kind of just
Yeah.
going fresh. But I'll have to pay more attention to that. Sure. So they got that. That's in June, right? So you got like the next big game is Mario Strikers, right?
Yeah, that's June 10th.
Yeah, and then after that, it's the Fire Emblem game.
Yeah, that's like probably what, late June,
June
25th.
25th, 29th.
Yeah, something like that.
Strikers comes on Jurassic Park Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then after Strikers, then it's Fire Emblem, and then I think they got Xenoblade next, right? Because I had moved up.
Yeah.
There's also Alive. That game's getting some traction.
That's something. Yeah, I mean it's not one, but it'll probably be a decently big game.
I mean, some of these JRPGs on the Switch have been selling pretty good. Like Tenshigami 5 sold like what, 1 million copies, which was like the highest of the series. So I wouldn't put it past some of these games. And Fire Emblem has been like killing it, and I think we're probably going to get a new one because it's been like 3 years since Three Houses. So I mean, I'm really interested to see what they announce at like in the summer.
Yeah.
What other games? Let's see. Party Animals.
And that's the only one they have, right? Because after Xenoblade in July, the only one that's dated is Splatoon for September.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
They said no Zelda this year.
Yeah.
Well, Zelda's been. This is the thing. Zelda's been a yearly game since 2017, so it would be. There's probably going to be a Zelda game of some capacity. Maybe. It's either going to be that or.
I think they would be so smart to release Twilight Princess and Wind Waker on Switch. I don't know why they haven't done that yet.
I mean, we'll have to see. I also think I was telling Aaron probably like Oracle of Ages and Seasons might get something because it's been 3 years since Link's Awakening, and that's been like a rumor that's been going around.
For a remake, you mean?
Yeah, for a remake.
That would be cool. I'd be down for that.
Yeah, I would be down for. I definitely play. I love playing Oracle of Ages and Seasons.
They gotta make sure the performance is better than Link's Awakening, though. That's my only gripe.
The performance issues for me, like I played it after launch, like a little bit after launch. It wasn't super bad. I do wish it was better.
I played it like just a couple of months ago, and it was not good. It gave me a headache. The consistent frame drops. I didn't like it.
I played the entire game without dying. Not the best ending. That was a good game. Did enjoy performance side.
Yeah, it's a great game.
But yeah, outside of June and September, I think we have dated. Outside of Bayonetta sometime 2022. So, like I said, even with just those games, I mean, that's something. I mean, it's better than every other two consoles are offering right now, which is basically nothing. I mean, even if you like go on like the pre-order page for like PS5 or Xbox like Live Xbox Shop in terms of like pre-order what's coming out, it's so barren, dude. Really, the only pre-order Gotham Knights and Forspoken for PS5 and Xbox. I think I don't even know what you can pre-order because they haven't even announced like the new FIFAs or anything like that either. So right now it's like nothing really seems.
I don't even know if Madden has a release date. I mean, I know it said August.
It comes out in August though, so it's not really too big a work. They even revealed Madden yet?
I don't know.
I don't think they have.
If they have, they better they stick a year off and revamp that game anyway.
They should.
They should.
It feels like gaming for this year is just kind of taking like a pause unless you're a Nintendo fan. So it's just.
I still feel like there's still some good games. Like I still want Stray. Like they're mostly indie games. That's the thing. Because they're what was some
PC though. Honestly, there's nothing like I'm waiting for Hollow Knight Silk Song, and that's I don't even know where that game is. There's just not really anything like I'm like super pumped up about even on the indie scene yet. I mean, I'm excited for the new TMNT game whenever that's coming out.
Apparently,
Yeah, that game is. They still haven't given that a release date. That's so weird.
there's 2 turtle games coming out this year. Apparently,
Yeah, the Cowabunga
Yeah.
collection and then the Shredders, which I'm
Yeah.
very both. I don't know.
They're
Like
gonna play Midnight Suns.
they do the Xbox event in June. Hopefully, Nintendo will do something similar, like you would do a Nintendo Direct in June. Hopefully, maybe after Mario Strikers comes out or right before it, and then we can get a clearer update on what's coming the summer and the fall.
Oh, but apparently Magic is in Midnight Suns.
Ooh.
Look at that.
Yeah, because I just saw a picture.
I'm really interested to see who they put else in that game.
It makes sense. She could open a portal.
Oh, you're talking about the. Oh wait, yeah. When is Midnight Suns coming out?
I thought it was supposed to come
I
out
think
this year.
It's gonna come because it got rated, so I think it's gonna come out soon. That's usually a sign that a game's gonna come out.
Did they say it was supposed to come out like in March?
It was supposed
Yeah, and then it got delayed.
and it got delayed.
Because
I think they delayed it because people were like talking about the card system and they were pissed off, which is dumb.
Well, they said it looked too much like a mobile game, which I thought was
Yeah,
I
I
never
mean,
played this. Coming out
this
March,
is a strategy game for casuals. I mean, no offense. I'm just saying, like, it's meant for a different audience, like, and that's fine. It's not the same kind of audience I would play.
yeah.
With.
It's developed by the same team who did XCOM, so I don't think it's gonna be too casual.
Hardcore is XCOM is meant more for casuals, which is okay. It's meant for a different audience. Like, it's kind of like going to be baby's first strategy game, which I'm okay with. That's fine. Like, I don't know.
I mean, from what they described, I didn't get that impression. I got the impression that it was going to be sort of similar to what Fire Emblem's been doing, because that's what they did, like an interview, and they were talking about how like deep they were going into it and the inspiration of Fire Emblem. And I mean, it makes sense for a Marvel game. Like Fire Emblem's all about the relationship of your characters and your team, so it's like, yeah, that would fit with a Marvel game.
I like that idea.
You know what? You convinced me. I might get it.
Yeah, I really think this might be a sleeper game. Like XCOM is a really good game, and they're a talented studio. So I really think this is going to be a hit for them.
And the creative character just for this game will end up in the MCU one day. You just watch.
Yeah, the Hunter character.
Yeah, I'll be hilarious. If Kevin Feige's like, "Yep, put that character in the MCU," but I'll laugh. I think that would piss off a lot of people.
I mean, if she's like, because she has like some. I mean, we don't know yet, but
it's female.
It seems like
too?
she's pretty important to the story.
Oh, she's female also. Oh, that's gonna piss off even
Oh,
kind of people. You know the people talking about.
Yeah, we know. Fucking crazies, man.
Oh yeah, like this Wanda stance defending Wanda's actions.
Well, she's a popular character that meant a lot to a lot of people, so I get it, But
no, but just like I'm just like RJ, like people are defending Wanda's actions. Oh, she's doing for love of her children. Yeah, but she murdered.
Well, I mean, dude, remember when Infinity War came out? There was like all those takes saying, "Oh, Thanos was right."
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we were just saying that. There was like a whole subreddit about it.
She's still a villain, right? She's still a villain. It's like it doesn't matter the reason.
Yeah, I mean, when you make sympathetic villains, that tends to happen. If you're like, "Oh, I relate to this villain," I think they're right.
Yeah.
Are these just like Mr. Freeze? We see Mr. Freeze is a villain, but he's doing it for his love of his wife. It's the same thing.
Well, Mr. Freeze is interesting because he's not really a villain much anymore. He's more like he's an antagonist, but he's not a villain because he's not a bad person. He just does bad things for good reasons. Because he's been wronged by this corporation, the scientist kind of things. I don't know. It's interesting. He's never really lately. He's not really been a full-on villain. He's kind of somebody who opposes the heroes for certain.
That is true.
You can say that about Tom Ivy too.
Tom King did this really weird thing with Mr. Freeze and how he took Batman to court.
Do you remember in the New 52 they changed his origin?
Did they?
Yes. Yeah.
It was terrible. I hated that origin.
I mean, the thing is, well, he barely even shows up in Scott Snyder's run. I don't actually think he shows up at all.
No, it was probably the Detective Comics stuff, probably.
Yeah. But like even as just like because in the beginning of Snyder's run, he like showed all the characters, but I don't think he was part of it.
No, he wasn't. It was just the ones locked up in Arkham.
Yeah. Well,
Mhm.
they gotta do something with that with Mr. Freeze, because it seems like if like only like the outside of the comics they really play around with him, which is kind of weird. Batman villains are so weird.
That's
In
what
the
makes them
comics,
good.
it's like I don't get it.
It makes them good though. That's what makes them interesting.
But it seems like it's only like the animated stuff and like the games and the show, and I guess well the movies too have really like played around with certain characters, because like there's no like amazing run on like that has like a Scarecrow story. It's like Scarecrow's always been like kind of like a whatever character in the comics. He just sort of like appears in the background, and it's like, why? You can do like so much with him. It's weird to me. It's like they're so fixated on like Joker and even Riddler. I feel like they fixate on too much. Like they did that whole Riddle War thing recently. It's like,
Oh yeah, with
uh,
the Joker, Riddler versus Joker war.
yeah, I didn't care for that too much. I'm excited about what's his name writing. Chip Zdarsky writing that.
I am super, super, super excited because if you've not read Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil run, it's one of the best things in comics. I mean, right? It was.
Well, he's
was
been
one of-
like Marvel's go-to writer
You
because
know-
he did Spider-Man's life story. That was really good.
You know,
He even did that hilarious Star-Lord run. That was really
You
funny.
know, speaking of Marvel, episode 3 of Moon Knight. You know why some of the gods were not there? Because it was supposed to be that this was supposed to take place after Gore.
Oh
Supposedly
yeah, I
the-
remember. Yeah, I saw that
and
article.
Gore is supposed to be the one that took out those gods.
That would make sense. I mean, they're introducing
Yeah,
gods in the MCU. I feel like that's kind of like where it exists too. Is gonna be killing
Yeah.
my biggest hope, because I'm not like I don't really care too much about Thor: Love and Thunder besides the Guardians, but I would like to introduce the Celtic gods, because that was in a lot of Thor comics, and like when Walt's Simmons.
You mean like
Yeah.
what if it was the Beowulf or stuff like that?
Yeah, you know, the Irish gods or whatever.
Was it
They were kind of in.
When they involved Morgan Le Fay in a way? Morgan.
Not. I have to look them up again. I just remember they were in the Walter Simmons run, and
The Celtic gods are
the Walter Simmons Thor is fucking amazing. That's probably like the best, probably Marvel's best comic.
they're definitely teasing Hercules. I'm sorry, they're teasing Hercules.
Yeah, he's probably not going to be in the movie, which sucks. But
They should introduce him in the Thor movie because that's how he's introduced in the first place.
I know. Yeah.
And they always have like a friendly rivalry with each other, don't they? If I remember.
Yeah, they do have kind of a bit of a rivalry in the comics. Yeah.
Like, they're perfect.
But you know what? Once he gets introduced, people are gonna do the whole clickbait rage. Oh my god, he's gay, even though Hercules in mythology is gay. that's the part that people don't get.
Where's he have a shirt on?
It's gonna be. I'm telling you. Once he shows up, people are gonna be like, "Oh my god, he's a gay character," and they're forcing it. You know, Nerdrotic and shit's gonna do that. It's fucking stupid. It's like, are you guys even a fan of these?
Yeah. On that note, though, I do got to dip out, y'all. But
All right, take care.
All right, see ya.
Yeah. I was gonna say about that. Like, see, I put in the DM group. Okay, they're gonna talk about. See, that group's gonna talk about. Okay, they're talking about America Chavez. They're gonna talk about Wanda.
Yeah.
And then next month, Miss Marvel, because she's a very heavily influential character. And
the thing is, what's so sad about that though? Like, I feel there is a lot of criticisms toward the Miss Marvel show that are like justified, but like they're just gonna go with the oh my god, she's a fucking Pakistani Muslim girl. That's what they're gonna go at, and it's like, oh my god.
Not the way. Yeah, it's gonna be different. How they're gonna do it, it's different. But you're gonna say, you're saying, yeah. And then July is gonna be Jane Foster.
Yeah. Oh, they're so excited for Jane Foster. They've been doing it for what, ever since Jane Foster appeared. Which, by the way, I'm like her comics were okay. Like, I think the story, the cancer part was very interesting, but I'm very concerned that they're not going to adapt that. There's just so much story in Thor: Love and Thunder that I'm like, how are you going to handle all of this?
Oh, yeah.
Especially in a comedy, especially because it's a comedy, right? So I don't know. Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, it's because it's such a it's Taika Waititi, and he does drama well, but how are you gonna do all this drama?
I'll tell you
know
what,
what I mean?
I could tell you one thing. She-Hulk might be the worst for them. It might be the best for them because She-Hulk is a feminist.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be weird though because She-Hulk was such a popular character in the '80s with that
Yeah.
you know that run, yeah. So I don't get some of these dudes.
They're backwards. They're backwards thinking. They're not.
Well,
Like,
they say everything is woke, and then it's like,
read a
well, and
comic
then
book.
well, they say all new comic books are trash. They always say stuff like that, even though there's like decent ones. It's like there's been a lot of. I mean, for me right now, I feel like DC's been doing better than Marvel,
Yeah, it's just
personally speaking. Like Marvel really only has like what 3 writers, maybe 4 writers. I would say is like just only read their stuff. Like Don Cates. Who else? Al Wynn, who did like the Immortal Hulk. Who else? Jonathan Hickman. And there's somebody else I'm missing.
Yeah, the thing is, like, these same people have issues with Star Trek. I'm like, Star Trek's always been woke.
Yeah. Well, I think there's been, because like sometimes I watch people talk about Star Trek. I'm not a Star Trek fan, but I find it interesting, some of the criticisms, and usually their criticism is not that it's just woke. It's sort of like they don't real like. It's more about like they're trying to shove a progressive message without realizing that it's not progressive. Like that's sort of the critique that's been going on with Star Trek. But I listen. Like I said, I don't know much about Star Trek. I just listen to the criticism, so I could be totally off base.
Listen to Brian.
So, yeah, it's just like I've never gotten too much into Star Trek. I watched the movies and I watched the original '60s series and that animated series too. Do you remember that? Yeah, I watched that, and that was pretty much it.
And yeah, so yeah, like, oh, I just before we end this, because I'm gonna end it in about a few minutes.
Yeah.
Did you see that My Time to Shine Hello says that Daniel Craig might have been baldier?
Yeah, because I think what's that channel? Spoiler alert. You know that guy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he came out and said it first, and then she like basically was trying to like confirm it or whatever. Yeah, like it basically hop on.
She does that. She does that. She waits for somebody else to say it. She waits for somebody else to say something, and then she hops onto it. Latches herself to it.
When it comes to the movie, when it comes to any scoopers, I just sort of like look at their information and just be like, well, this is what they said, and it's a rumor. So
you know what?
That's really it. I don't follow them or whatever, but
Baldier were not a fit in Multiverse of Madness. It had to be somebody like a Captain Marvel, level.
Well, I think that's why they cut him.
Yeah, had to be like a top tier kind of character.
Yeah, because they were like, oh, the rumor or that they're saying is Daniel Craig was supposed to play Balder, and they cut him because of COVID. He couldn't actually come back to do the reshoots, and so they replaced him with John Krasinski, which makes sense, right? That seems like that actually did happen. But I also think they cut Balder out because nobody knows Balder, which by the way, take this in. There's so many people who want these cameos and want all these characters to show up, but they don't actually know the characters, which I find is weird. It's like you're excited about cameos, and when they put really obscure characters in it, you're like, who's that? Who the hell's that? Because that's what people were doing in my theater when Clea showed up. They're like, who's that? And it's like, aren't you? I don't get it. It's like I want them to put obscure characters in it. I think that's way more fun than like when people go, oh, is Mr. Fantastic going to appear in WandaVision? It's like why can't it be another, like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to see more obscure characters and like people to speculate on like, oh, is Blue Marvel going to show up? It's like, yeah, Blue Marvel no one talks about Blue Marvel. It's like, come on, something interesting. So I don't know.
Yeah, so we're gonna end it here. I do want to talk to you a little after the stream, but yeah,
sure.
It's just for a little bit.
No problem.
To promote your stuff.
You can find me at Blinded Braille on Twitter. I give hot takes. That's what I do. And I spend way too much time on Twitter. I need to get the fuck off Twitter. Oh my god. But anyway.
Yeah. With me, like, share, subscribe, comment below when the stream is done. I don't know what I have planned next, but yeah, take care, guys. AWO and Blind Bill are out.